A story of heartbreak. He was the man who carried Ghana on his back, the hero of unforgettable nights, and the villain of a nation's greatest footballing tragedy. He climbed to the top, lost it all, and fought to reclaim his name. But how did a boy from Accra become? How did he go from being a national icon to one of the most criticized figures in Ghanaian football history? And after all the controversies, what is his legacy today? Accra, Ghana. The year is 1985. Ball between the legs of his friends. His laughter echoes in the air. Football wasn't just a game, it was his life. Asamoah Gyan was born into a football-loving family. His father, Bafo Gyan Sr., encouraged his passion, and his elder brother, Bafo Gyan, was already making a name for himself in Ghana football. But nobody could have predicted just how far Asamoah Gyan would go. At school, teachers often scolded him for skipping class to play football. But every time he stepped onto a dusty field, he knew he was meant for something bigger. By the time he joined Liberty Professionals, scouts had already taken notice. He has speed, strength, and a rare ability to score from impossible angles. And soon, his talent would take him beyond Ghana's borders. At just 17 years old, Gyan received a life-changing call. The Ghana national team needed him. His international debut came in 2003, and he wasted no time proving himself. In his very first game against Somalia, he scored not just once, but twice. But it wasn't enough. Gyan wanted more. Udinese, an Italian Serie A club, came calling. It was a dream move, but Europe was a different beast. He struggled with injuries and had limited game time there. Most players would have faded away, but Gyan wasn't like most players. He went on loan to Modena, where he rebuilt his confidence, scoring crucial goals and showing Italy what he was made of. By the time he returned to Udinese, he was ready. And then came the moment that would define his early career. It was Ghana's first ever World Cup. The stage was set for history. In a crucial group stage match against the Czech Republic, Ghana needed a win to stay alive. Just 68 goals not only helped Ghana win 2-0, but it also announced Gyan to the world. Ghana made it to the round of 16, where they faced defending champion Brazil. This was their toughest test yet. They fought bravely, but Brazil was too strong. Ghana lost 3-0. Despite the defeat, Ghana had made history, and at just 20 years old, Gyan had tasted the biggest stage. But his true World Cup legacy was yet to be written. South Africa 2010. Then came Uruguay, a tense 1-1 game. The 120th minute, a free kick for Ghana. The ball floated, Gyan stepped up. The whole continent held its breath. He struck the ball with power. It hit the crossbar. Shock, silence, pain. Gyan was devastated. But the game wasn't over. It went to penalties. Ghana lost. In an instant, the dream was dead. And the man who carried Ghana to the brink of history was now the man blamed for its biggest heartbreak. But his story wasn't finished yet. Many players would have crumbled after such a moment, but not Gyan. He returned to lead Ghana to the 2012 and 2013 AFCON tournaments, where he continued to shine. He became Ghana's all-time top scorer, but controversy followed him. In 2012, he missed a crucial penalty in the AFCON semi-finals against Zambia. Ghana lost. The criticism became unbearable. Death threats were sent to his family. His mother, who had always supported him, begged him to retire from penalties. Gyan listened. He stepped down as Ghana's penalty taker. Sunderland. Then came another shock. He left European football at his peak. Sunderland had made him their record signing in 2010, and he was a fan favourite in the Premier League. But just a year later, he moved to Al Ain in the UAE. Fans and pundits accused him of chasing money over legacy. But Gyan didn't care. In the UAE, he dominated, winning multiple golden boots and proving he was still world class. Despite the criticism, he never stopped scoring, and in 2014, he returned for one last World Cup, Brazil 2014. Gyan was now a veteran, but he was still Ghana's main man. He scored against Germany in an unforgettable 2-2 draw. He scored again against Portugal, becoming Africa's all-time top World Cup scorer. But this time, Ghana didn't make it out of the group. The dream was over. Over the years, injuries caught up with him. His playing time reduced, and in 2019, he officially retired from international football. But what is Asamoah Gyan's true legacy? He is Ghana's all-time leading goal scorer. He is Africa's highest World Cup goal scorer. He played in 3 World Cups, led Ghana to the AFCON finals, and had a career that took him across the world. Yet, for many, his career will always be remembered for that one missed penalty. Is that fair? Maybe, maybe not. But one thing is certain. Asamoah Gyan's story is one of glory, heartbreak, and resilience. And whether you love him or criticize him, you can never forget him. This is the legend of Asamoah Gyan.